Oh,
There we go.
good evening.
Good to see you guys. I like your background. What beach is that?
It's the virtual beach from Zoom's choose these backgrounds.
So, but we don't know which beach it is.
No, it's stock art, whatever it is.
Yeah. Oh, I'd be interested in finding out where that beach is. Roger, how you doing?
I am doing very well.
Good. Someone wanted to mention, Brian, you said something on our broadcast from last week that I thought was very interesting. And I forget exactly how you said it, but something about people like talking about themselves. The question is, are you the one that they want to talk to?
About themselves.
Yeah. I thought that was very interesting. I didn't necessarily catch it the first time around, but I caught it on the replay. Tell me a little bit more about your thoughts on that.
Well, people have to want to feel comfortable with who they, it's like there's something inside themselves that they want to get out, but it's not always safe to get it out there with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
We know that. And so, when anybody that they develop a composite with of some kind, whether it be the business opportunity, the health product, whatever it is, they want, before they really when they unleash their truth, they want to know that they're okay with who they're going to unleash it to.
Building rapport.
Are you that person that I could talk to?
Okay. At the risk of going too far over to the left, does that mean a safe space?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
And my goodness, Barbie Stahl. Oh wow.
Yeah, she texted me yesterday. She was back in the loop and she added somebody to the Monday group, and it looks like she got her audio connected, or maybe not. That face looks like she's still confused. Hi, Barbie.
Hey, Barbie, how are you?
Good.
Very good.
We're gone for a month, and Mom's with me, and she's got surgery this week. So anyway, we're doing good. I've got a couple of new prospects, so that's good.
Excellent. Well, good to see you, my dear.
It's good to see y'all. Missed you.
We missed you too. And so, Brian, on that vein, and I got something else I want to talk about too. But on that, in that vein, give me some thoughts that you would have on how one would position themselves to being that person.
Specifically, I could say principally it's resonance.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's energy.
Mm-hmm.
So are you a positive suggestion, or are you a negative suggestion, first of all? And are they looking for a negative suggestion? Is that a way that you could actually get in to reach them?
Because some people like to bitch, so to speak.
Okay. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, Brian, I feel you, brother, and I know who you are, and I love you. Can you get just a little bit less esoteric and a little bit more real life?
Yeah.
I don't need to know the motivation of the hammer. I need to grab the business end of it.
Techniques and concepts, Fred.
Yes.
I'm talking about concepts here, not techniques.
You don't get extra brownie points for showing up the teacher, all right? I'm just telling you, okay? That's a lose-lose proposition.
Sorry, Fred.
No, but it was a very insightful thought that you had, Brian, and it is the kind of thing that all of us need to recognize. When we're in the people business, we got to be people. For me, my strong suit, my best hand, if you will, at this game has been, the three primary principles in life from my perspective, honesty, integrity, authenticity. Okay, so, and you guys have heard me do this one a million times. Honesty is doing the right thing. Integrity is doing the right thing when nobody notices. Authenticity is just being you. Be the best. You are the best you that you can be, and you can't be anybody else better. And so it's kind of like dealing with animals. I've always done really good with animals. Now, I mean, even cats, and I am like so not a cat person, but animals and small children, okay, they pick that stuff up. Have you ever seen a small child that just doesn't take to somebody for some reason? Okay, they're picking up something because they don't have all the filters and the garbage, because they're operating on a much more pure level of interaction, perception. They don't have all the garbage that they get once they start hitting school age and having to learn how to act the right way and walk the right way. And my designer clothes are different than your designer clothes, so we can't be friends. You're Abercrombie, A and F, and I'm and I'm Quicksilver, right? Can't get along. So that whole authenticity thing, you may or may not be that person's cup of tea, but I think you're going to get a lot farther if they recognize you are for real. So just some thoughts on that. I did, something else that was I brought up I think this was like 2 meetings ago, or possibly 3. And this was back when we were first talking with Robin about recording herself so she could hear what she was actually saying. And I was going to do some talking, Man, that is polished stuff. You guys start taking notes on how I say things, okay? A little tired. I already put in my half day. It's well, actually longer than that, because it's already 5:30 something or other here. I was up before 5, but that's common. I want to talk a little bit about communicating. Something that I've always recognized, but I was never able to put a handle on it, put terms on it, until David actually shared this with me. He calls it leading and pacing and modeling. Okay, modeling. I tend, when I get, and this is something I learned a long time ago, when I started to migrate from being in the audience to being at the front of the room, I realized I can talk really fast. If I'm not careful, I can really be motor mouth. And so I tried to develop a style where I didn't do that. But one of the things that I've recognized, people like them. Okay, now you can't be fake. Remember, authenticity. However, this concept of modeling is you're going to get so much farther when you're talking with somebody in a rhythm or a pattern that is similar to them. Okay, so for instance, I'm talking with somebody from the deep South, and they tend to talk like this. One of the most frustrating things I ever had to experience was working in Southern Virginia and getting directions. Can you help me get to, tell me where this place is? Yep. I'm thinking they're messing with me, but they just were getting ready to tell me. And I go, okay, and then they proceed. They weren't waiting for me to say, well, will you tell me? They were just getting ready. Said, what you want to do is you want to go down that boulevard for a piece till you see the Hardys on the right. And that's where it is? Nope. When you pass that Hardee's, you're going to keep going another 4 piece. Barbie, I know you're loving this.
I've been in the South all month.
And you'll see the what is the name of that restaurant? It's like Denny's Light. And, and it's like, they keep telling you all these landmarks, and and I'm from California and I need to get where I'm going. And this guy's got the information and I can't for the life of me get him to talk faster than 3 miles an hour. And so, obviously he didn't understand me. And, and I was, so when you're talking with somebody that is, talking at a very relaxed pace, you want to be able to do the same thing. Well, now that you mention it, Mel, you might be interested in something I've got. Now, what would that be, Fred? It's an incredible opportunity to help people and at the same time create long-term financial, stability for your family. Because if I'm talking like it's, like I'm from New York, they ain't getting it. Okay. They are not resonating with me. Resonance, right? Energy, Brian. Same thing. If I start talking like I'm from Louisiana at that pace to somebody in New York, they're already gone. Okay. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? I mean, New York minute. That's a New York minute. That's it. New York minute. Most people think that's 1 second. It's a New York minute. And so this concept of modeling, be in tune with the person that you're speaking to and try to model their pace, their resonance, their, if you will, their volume. People that you're going to get a lot more interaction with somebody that's, very, in New York, they don't think they're aggressive, but to a lot of everybody else, they think they're aggressive. To them, that's just them. That's what they're comfortable with. Same thing in the, in the South, the Midwest, what have you. That was one of the things, the concept of modeling. So I always try to listen to what how the person is speaking and adjust my pace and my volume and my, intonation, high, low, to what they're doing, because they're going to feel a lot more comfortable with me. And it's not being artificial. And I'm not going to try and put in a false accent. Okay. I'm not Hillary Clinton. I'm not going to try and fake being from the South. I can make jokes. Okay. I remember doing some public speaking. I was in New Orleans, and I made the comment about liking being there, and saw somebody look at me like, what's this guy from California talking about? And I says, oh, come on. I know it's not New Orleans, it's Nolans. And the big black lady in the front starts laughing. And halfway through my presentation, I said something that I needed to have, people raise their hand, nod, and come on, where are my charismatics? Can I get an amen? And they ate it up. Okay. But I was speaking to them, but I wasn't trying to fake that I was them. Do you see the difference? Another thing, leading and pacing. And this was something that actually developed as a handicap for my ADHD, because there were so many times, especially when for most of my life, it was totally uncontrolled. I didn't take stimulant medication. The Moringa was awesome for my ADHD. Okay, I know lots of people. You guys probably heard the stories of people getting their kids off of the ADHD meds, the stimulant meds, when they started drinking Zegen, right? For me, the best I could do was massive quantities of coffee. Okay, that did help. Again, stimulants, right? But what I found was I got myself into a pattern of doing my presentation. I'd be talking, telling a story, what have you, and I would pause. And I noticed that's when the audience would really engage, because they were expecting words to come out and they wasn't there. So there's like, it's almost like leaning forward. It's like, my broker is E.F. Hutton, and E.F. Hutton says, and everybody leans forward, they stop eating, right? Remember the old commercial? And when I got into that rhythm of speaking a little bit and acting as if I was thinking about, the exact word to use and then continuing on. I found that very helpful because right in the middle of saying something, I might forget what the heck I was talking about. I'd have to look at my notes or, if I had notes. If I wasn't doing notes, I had to recollect my thought. And so I found that that was easier than sitting there going, I forgot what I was going to say. What was I talking about? Who's taking notes? David calls this leading and pacing. And if you listen to him, he does that. He dials it right up to a 10. And he'll talk along like that. He'll start getting more animated. His voice will get louder and louder, and then he just stops. And then he'll continue again. But the next time, once he continues, it's a lower voice, lower register, lower volume. Leading and pacing creates, this is particularly important when you're doing telephone communication, because you've got no other feedback. There's no other tangible way for people to be engaged with you. Video conferencing is beautiful, okay, because you can see facial expressions. You've got, postural expressions, hand expressions. These all create a lot more information for the person you're speaking to be relating to. When it's just on the phone, there's nothing. It's one source of stimulation. It's auditory. And then, add to that, make it even less, expressive. Telephone communication is low fidelity audio. So you got one form of communication. You don't have visual, you don't have any of the, the expressions, the emotions, anything like that. You got one, it's on the phone, it's audio, and it's low fidelity audio, which brings up another thing that you should never do when you're on, talking to somebody, either prospecting, following up, recruiting, training, whatever. You never use a speakerphone. Okay. If you got to, you talk on your phone like this, because you can hear them. The minute you're on a speakerphone, it's one-way communication. You cannot pick up what they're saying or how they're responding to what you're saying, because if you're talking, you can't hear them on a speakerphone. It's called simplex. One way, you talk, they listen. Then you shut up, they talk, you listen. Duplex communication is when it's going both ways, and that can't be done on a speakerphone. It's not smart enough. And then, of course, if you can use a headset, because a lot of people don't like having the cell phone. I just don't these days, don't even like holding the phone in my ear. It's just like, why would you do that? I'm a lot more comfortable just talking because I'm half Mexican. I got to use my hands. So anyway, so just some thoughts. Is that a life and death issue in success in your communications? Maybe. Maybe it is. I guarantee you that there are a lot of prospects out there that we lose that somebody else would have gained, especially the novice distributor or the unskilled distributor. There's a lot of potential customers, distributors, or new distributors that we're trying to get fired up and engaged and in the routine, that somebody who is not focused on these, higher level communication skills, they're going to lose that person. Whereas somebody that is maybe less experienced, has less, successful results, but has better communication skills, they'll keep them. Okay, it's just the way it is. So if anything, it's the kind of stuff I rely on. Don't have to be that good if you pick up on some of these other little things, right? These other little things are a little bit easier. Maybe you don't have to be that good, right? So anyway, just some thoughts for you guys. What's happening? Anybody got anything they want to work with right now?
I just need to get my isogenic brain back. Just basic, business, like if somebody's not a business, but like, do they still get that first order bonus? Like if somebody tells somebody else, is that still in place, or was that just a transitional thing? or where is it that I go? There's
Are
so
you
many
talking
different
about
websites.
PIB,
PIB.
product introduction bonus? That would be the equivalent from my mindset, Isagenix version of first order bonus.
Okay, and like if and that can go to a person who is not doing the business, right? But they brought somebody in,
Well, if they brought
right?
somebody in, aren't they doing the business?
Well, I mean, not necessarily. Like if somebody was just talking to a friend and they wanted to try something, I mean, and this person is not drawing a paycheck and didn't have that intentions, but told somebody.
Well, and assuming that person signs up their friend, right?
Right. And then so with that person,
That means that they're an associate, a distributor,
okay.
right? Not a customer.
Okay. I was
Customers don't earn money because they're customers. There's no social security number on file.
right.
Associates, what we used to call distributors, Isagenix term is associates. Associates are distributors. To become an
Okay.
associate, you have to pay the, what is it, $29 fee?
Yeah, I just re-upped. I was just thinking somewhere that whether you were an associate or just a customer, if you brought somebody in, that you got like a PIB or whatever bonus, but
Associates get product introduction bonuses. The individual packs have an allocated amount, $25, $40, $50. If it's not an actual defined package, I believe it is 10% of the BV.
okay, that
is the
right.
PIB. Now, there is some, I remember what you're saying, there is some remuneration of some sort for customers that recruit a customer, but it's not in the form of money. You guys know what it is?
Product.
Is it product?
I thought it was.
Yeah. Do we know what the formula is for that?
I don't, but what I was going to suggest to Barbie is that if you've got a customer and they've got one friend who wants to sign up,
Yeah.
work with them to get the second friend, and then they're getting paid.
Well, this is the people that the market where I went, we just struck up a conversation about vegetables and fruits and recipes and whatever. And I went to leave and he goes, no, wait, don't go. I'm like, okay, what? He goes, what's I saw, and he had just drank it really wasn't too bad drink. Anyway, I just made mention that since I've been drinking, I drink hydrate to bring up my blood pressure because it's so low. And the girl says, mine is really low. Now, what is it you drink? So I'm actually taking things back. And I had just prayed the other day that, I mean, I promise God, I don't have enough life left to make the mistake I made 10 years ago with the way I trashed myself. But I have a business that I need to get my head back around. And that day, a guy called me that had called me while I was on the mission trip, telling me they were no longer going to do the business. And then called me just last week and said, I heard about this and this, I'm back in. So, and then these two other new people, and that was all in the same day. So just for me, that was just confirmation. I got you, hang in there, we're going to do this. So and I don't remember with all the websites, which one I go to just to kind of refresh, basic business stuff where I go. And I've been fiddling with my Penny app, trying to get re-established with it. So does anybody want to shoot me in a direction?
Yeah, the isagenixbusiness.com website, I think it's still freestanding, but it has been incorporated into your back office. Isagenixbusiness.com, which has got everything. Okay. That's got everything. It is no longer open to the public, which actually makes a lot of sense to me. You can't send somebody there. All right.
Okay.
It's only for people that are registered associates.
Okay.
And so, while I believe you still can go to isogenicsbusiness.com, I'm going to suggest that you can also find that from within your
Back office.
back office. Now, and Barbie, I'm saying this with all the love in my heart for you. All right, you want to get back engaged. Don't worry about the details.
Well, I was even forgetting how to even enroll enroll somebody.
Okay,
I-
that you can figure out real easy from your back office. Click
Okay.
on the link that says, enroll.
Okay.
Okay, and
I
like
mean-
the old days, Barbie,
Okay.
go enroll a couple of dummies. Okay, put in John Smith, put
Okay.
in 123 Main Street.
Yeah.
Okay, and take the process. Do it once or twice, all the way through to where you got to put in their credit card number and the package they're going to buy, and then just close
Right.
the window.
Okay.
Do a couple of trial runs. Staying plugged in here.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
good.
that's my plan.
Yeah. And then, and feel free to message us, using the group's Facebook Messenger thing.
Okay.
Or that Kate set up. When you have the free time, it's probably not a bad idea to go back to the Monday Group's YouTube channel and pick a couple of the the recorded videos,
Okay.
just to kind of get, it's not going to give you up to minute details. We don't talk about, briefly. Okay, if there's a promotion or something like that that's going, we might talk about that. That's not really what this is for, but it'll kind of help you get back in the swing of things.
Right.
Now, what you do want to do is, when you can, I mean, I know it's difficult. You got your mom there with you. Your mom's got surgery coming up.
Thursday.
It's serious.
No, she just has a 2 centimeter gallstone, which is quite large.
Mhm.
So they're just going in and removing all of that. But since she's been with me, I didn't realize how bad she was till she came to, when I see now, I mean, emotionally and everything, and she's down 33 pounds.
Wow.
And, and she's 89. So that's pretty good. And she fell again the other night, but losing the weight, she and I was able to help her get on all fours and get back to her. I mean, it's just, it is what it is.
So
But
losing the 30 plus pounds, that was a good thing.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
I mean, we like to do 30 more.
Okay, good.
So
Keep going
anyway,
here. I'm glad we're not talking about life and death issues, but surgery is always serious. The one thing that I can tell you right now, your focus should be on the upcoming celebration.
yes, I am
Okay.
registered, and I'm going to reach out to some of the business people that, I just haven't been able to mentally spread, but I'm got a list.
Okay. Are you familiar with the new collagen product that we've had since for about a year now?
Yes, my hair isn't falling out anymore.
Excellent. So here's what I'm going to suggest you do. This is like, top on the list of game plan. Then I got to roll because my gal's got to go. Go through the numbers, start with the highest priority people first, get them engaged in celebration, get them registered. Okay.
Okay.
It's free, but if you want access to all the benefits, like the discounted pricing on the brand new product, we've got a brand new product that's going to be introduced. Kate, didn't you say they're also going to do something with the skincare product as well?
There is a new skincare product, but it's not, it was introduced to Australia and New Zealand first. We're not getting it till January.
Well, I
Until
hope
January?
the
Okay.
moringa
All right,
oil.
I got to roll at 6 o'clock. Barbie, great to see you. Give me a shout if you need me. Okay, sweetie?
Sure will.
All right.
Thanks.
Thanks for your help, guys. We'll see y'all later.
Thank you, Fred.
All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Take
And
care,
Barbie,
everyone.
yeah, Barbie, did you have a comment or something about moringa oil or?
Well, I contacted Josh Plant again. I haven't heard because it was over the weekend, but a while back, he and I talked one-on-one about the moringa oil because there is no other product a replacement for that.
No, there's
I never
not.
And I have people all the time hounded me about it, and I've got just such a little bit left, and I just, you know, you can only use it so sparingly and get your results.
Right.
So I am, you know, if more people would just send a note, you know, into corporate, you know, so it's just not like me and my list of people, you know, I'm going to just be a squeaky wheel.
All right.
You know, but I just, you know, it is just what it is. I only can do what I can do, and I've just had to be elsewhere. But when those couple of things happened in a row, I just have to say I was encouraged. Do I have an order placed yet? No, because I've taken the product samples to them tomorrow. And it's an older gentleman. He looks like he's older than me, but he might not be. He might just be a little weathered. But he was talking about drinking kombucha or whatever and stuff. And so, however you say it, whatever that soured stuff is. And so I just need to find out a little bit more where his top priorities are. I know what the young girls is, you know, her blood pressure and stuff, and our hydrate. I mean, I do that mixed with the BCAA to try, you know, to raise my blood pressure. And I think it's like $1 a serving or something.
It is,
you know?
it's really inexpensive. But
Yeah. So
what you could do is remember isamovie.com. That's pretty much the generic product website. So they can go in there and click in on what they're interested in.
Okay. I had told him, I had given him one thing. I was just so caught off guard, and I'm never caught off guard about the business, but it's just been, you know, when I'm where I, you know, there, I'm totally, it takes all my concentration. I don't, nothing else, but a lady kept seeing me drink the collagen. So I'm trying to find out the best way to get her the best price, you know.
Well, it all tells them right on the thing when they're like, you know, do you want to be if they
the lady, she actually called Isogenics to see about ordering it. I mean, you know, she's one of these, you don't have to pull her along, you know.
Well, send her the Isamovie and then send her a link to your website and she can just sign up. Or you could add it to the cart of the products.
Right.
And send her the recommended link or the recommended cart link.
Okay. All right. I forgot about now the Isamovie. All right. In the Penny app, there are some short videos.
Right.
But the Isamovie
is the full website of all the different
they can just explore.
Like if they're interested in well-being or weight loss or fitness,
right,
you know, they click on those and kind of get some overviews, and then you can have a better conversation.
Okay. All right. Well, I say it just so caught me off guard the other day.
Yeah. Well, you know, don't forget, you can always say, oh, hey, I got to run. I don't have time to talk right now, but let me get your name and number, and then you know, give me 24 hours to follow up, and then you call one of us and say, help, what do I do?
Well, he tore off part of a produce box and gave me his email, and then I wrote on a something for the girl, and I was hoping I was right. It's barbie.isogenics.com, right? That's our website that we send.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. And I gave that to her. And so I you know, I did what was a roadside park or
if you have your phone, you can always pull out your phone and say, what's your number? And then add them as a contact, or hand them your phone and say, put your information in as a contact.
Right. I just, like I say, it just so, and I was kind of in a rush, but it was like, it was too obvious to not take some time. So I thought, wow, that has not happened in a long time.
Yeah.
So
Well,
anyway, all right, well, I got some good reminders here and some things to get busy doing. I have one more project with my mom, and I told her as soon as I get off this call, we're knocking it out. I'm not looking at it again. I have
all right.
too many
Yeah.
things to do. So
Well,
anyway,
yeah.
I'm going to check in with some folks and encourage them that just to, I'm sure they're not doing anything else, so why not check back in?
Right, and have the opportunity to listen in on the convention and get some of the product at a discount. So
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
So,
So,
well, prayers and blessings for your
yes.
mom and on her surgery and everything, and for you too, for all that you do, and you switch your hats off enough.
Yeah.
Your daughter, your grandma, your mission worker, all of that.
Well, it just there's just everybody has a life. We just have with one of our kids a very dire is the word, I guess, situation going on top of everything else. And I just when I start to feel the pain, I just have to stop and remind myself who God is. He's got me, he's got them. And so I've just been so grateful, even though my income isn't what it has been in the past, it's still paying my, like Ben Bauer's, bills and products, the stuff that's not covered by whatever I'm on now, Medicaid or whatever it is.
Medicare, yeah.
Medicare, whatever. So, and the products that I use, I benefit from. And so I hadn't even, the hair wasn't really even one of my things because it grows so fast, and that with the collagen, it was the creepy skin or whatever it's called.
Chicken skin. Chicken arms.
It's like one day, where did that come from? So I've only been using it, I don't know, maybe a month or so, but I love this stuff.
And no more chicken arms?
Oh no, wait, it's still there. That's what I'm saying. It's going to take more than a month. But
Okay.
in the meantime, I noticed that my hair wasn't coming out like it used to.
Okay,
So
awesome.
I'll take that, and the lady that at camp, that was her issue. What do you take that your hair's not falling out?
She thinks I have more hair growing back.
Pardon?
She thinks I have more hair growing back.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think so too. And it's you can't really tell with the background, but
Yeah.
He does have more hair than he did 6 months ago.
So, time will tell.
Yeah.
I look forward to it every morning. It's just so good. I want to slurp it, but then it's gone. And it's like, yes.
we do a shot. We clink the bottom and down it.
Well, I will let you guys go. I'm going to go get a project done with my mom, and I will call you. I won't hesitate. If I get stuck, can't find what I'm looking for, I will give somebody a holler. And that's just the kind of stuff that takes me down fast.
Yeah,
and I get frustrated. So I'm not too proud to ask for help. So
all right.
Thanks.
Roger,
We'll see y'all
thanks for
later.
hanging out the whole time.
Yeah. See ya.
All right.
I got to remember how to undo me. Oh, there it is.
I will do. All right. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
See ya.
Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.